Hello and welcome to the Behind the Screens podcast with me, Curtis.
And me, Bart.
And today we are switching it up a little bit. We're no longer calling them minis. They're just podcasts.
They're just podcasts.
Whether it's you and I or a guest.
Yeah.
No, James, today he is still changing nappies, bottle feeding.
Been doing that for a while, to be honest.
And he's got a newborn baby.
Hey.
But today we've got some interesting discussion points. And one that I think you do, I do, James does a little bit all the time on this podcast.
Okay.
Code switching.
Right.
Now, this was a term that I don't think I was even familiar with until recently.
Really?
But the act of doing it, I am so familiar with it.
Really?
I am guilty of it. I change how I talk depending on who I'm with. I try and sound more working class, less working class. Sometimes I even try and sound a bit Polish when I'm around you.
Yeah. Yeah. Or Irish. Right?
Irish.
You're right,
I'm bad for Irish.
Yeah.
Do you do it?
All the time. All the time. I grew up in a very kind of multicultural area where, being from London, you just have to code switch anyway. So when you're growing up, it's a lot of slang, it's a lot of this, it's a lot of that. When I'm with my mates, I'm so different. I want to talk at work or in a professional setting. You've seen that firsthand.
When you answer the phone, it's so funny. It's like, who is this man?
Yeah, it's completely different, but it's a crucial survival tactic, I think.
Yeah.
Especially in a professional working environment. Maybe not so much here, but when you're in a corporate world, or when you have a serious job interview or something serious coming up, maybe even talking to the council or whatnot, you do have to code switch, because I feel like they take you more serious when your voice sounds a bit more posh.
I think I noticed the first time you do it was actually on a meeting.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who it was with, but we were on like a Google meeting. And the only way I could describe it is I feel like there's a meme of a guy like just talking like this. And that's how I've picture like you're like, oh yes, hello, I'm Bartholomew.
Yeah.
Like, it's a completely different person.
Oh, 100%. I sound so different when I speak in Polish than I do in English as well. My personality just changes.
I had the pleasure of hearing you speak Polish to a homeless man.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was one of my favourite things.
Yeah. What?
Go on,
What happened
some.
afterwards wasn't good.
Well, yeah, he may have stolen your laptop.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever like called you out for it and been like, you're not being you?
Yes and no. Like my mates, the thing is, in my friend group, we'll all call each other out. But because we're all from inner London, we all have professional jobs, we understand that we have to code switch.
Yeah.
So getting called out for it is not that big of a deal. It's more of a fun thing and a joke rather than something that you should take seriously, because it's not that you're not being you. It's just that you have to adapt to an environment that you're in, whatever that may be.
Do you think it's sad that that is something people do? Like they have to pretend they're not?
I don't think so, because the same thing about, like, you wouldn't turn up with a green Mohican to a job interview, would you? Like, it
Depends what job is.
It depends what job it is, but if you're like going into a corporate job, you wouldn't turn up with that, or you wouldn't turn up in a tracksuit to a job interview, would you? It's just about how you present yourself, and it's how you go forward if you actually want to get the job. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? That's actually a really interesting point, because like you do dress for situations, so why wouldn't you talk for situations and behave in situations?
I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think code switching code switching is like just wearing clothes appropriate. You have to adapt to every single situation, and that's what it is.
Yeah. Do you, like, in terms of what you say as well, do you find like in certain situations you're more likely to swear, or you're more likely to
I mean, as we've seen on this podcast, we're trying to cut down on the swearing, and it's a lot more difficult. But one of my mates, I'm sure it's the same with you, you say a lot more things that you wouldn't say to your girlfriend or to your family, perhaps. It's whatever environment you're in. I know I keep repeating the word environment, but it is just true. You'd be not to say too much, but you definitely say a lot more non-PC things, for example, around your friends, because they're used to it. You're in a friend group, you're more comfortable in that.
You saying me, or is in the royal you?
No, it's like my friend group and your friend group are separate friend groups. Like, you're more comfortable in that environment because you know everyone, and everyone's on the same wavelength, as opposed to going into, again, maybe like going out for work drinks. You're not going to behave the same way as you would going out for drinks with your mates.
It's interesting as well, like if you forget the environment, because I do the same as well. Like when we had Toby on last week, like I find myself like looking for things that might, like, completely unintentionally, but like you look for like longer words, and you try and sound like intelligent so that you want to like match them. Yeah. Which is like, it's weird because it's not like I'm doing it to impress him or anything like that, because it's who cares,
Yeah.
right? But it's to feel level in the conversation.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is to like level out and to seem like you kind of almost like fit in. So maybe a part of it is to fit in, but again, you sort of have to fit in. Otherwise, like I know people say like, oh, you got to break the mold and you don't have to fit in, but you do have to fit in a lot of situations.
I think it's for us. It's interesting when we do a podcast too, because it's not like that I want a guest to like me. It's that I want them to be comfortable and to get like the best out of them. And I feel like when they can relate to you,
Oh yeah,
you're going to get more out of
it's
them.
a lot more comfortable, isn't it? Do we code switch on podcasts, like even in
But
general?
that's what I was going to say. Is just I think firstly, when it's me and Minnie with me and you, I swear more and I get more casual and relaxed, especially as we go on.
No,
Because sorry, I've had a coffee. I can't stop burping. I forget the cameras are on,
Yeah.
and then I look back at the clips. And I'm like, did we say all of that?
yeah, I've tried. We definitely have tried cutting down on swearing. I feel like.
Yeah,
I feel like with James when he's on, it's also a lot different because
yeah. He's our boss at the end of the day.
he's our boss at the end of the day, but he doesn't talk to us like he's our boss, especially on a podcast. Like there's been a lot of clips where things have had to be cut or things have to be worked
friend
around.
first, the boss second.
Sure, yeah, let's call it that.
But I was thinking too, and everyone does when they're talking to a camera, you code switch like heavily. You become like a completely different person. You're like, hello there, today is you're a lot more natural on it now. But that is like, it's such a funny thing how just having a camera pointed at you, that's why like acting is so impressive. I feel like you forget how to talk sometimes.
100%. Acting is even more impressive because you have to kind of like go into character, and a lot of people study like Heath Ledger, for example. The whole thing of like method acting. He locked himself in a room and actually wanted to start feeling like the Joker would feel, and that's what killed him, right? He got heavily. I think I might be wrong, so I don't want to butcher this, but I think he got addicted to painkillers or pain meds and eventually OD'd.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
The whole method acting thing, I think, is it's slightly insane.
It is slightly insane.
But it's really interesting because this was my next question. So acting is essentially code switching, and code switching is acting to a degree.
Yes.
What UK celebs or like TV personalities do you think are the least like the characters they play? So this isn't necessarily just the character they play. I'm going to give you an example real quick. Jeremy Clarkson, for me, plays this dumb, bumbling buffoon. He doesn't say words correctly. That bloke is privately educated, very, very intelligent, multi-millionaire, and acts like he's like the working man. Now, I like Jeremy Clarkson. I like what he does, but I think he's a massive character.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree with you, for starters. I have never been much of a fan of Top Gear, so don't really know too much about Jeremy Clarkson, but I know that every year he posts a thing around GCSEs that he's failed all his GCSEs. I didn't know that he went to a private school, so that's opened up a whole different world to me. To go back to your question, big one for me would be Jay from In-Betweeners.
Okay.
He, I feel like, is nothing like
it's
who
a
he
good
portrays. He becomes a lot like, I don't know if you've watched the In-Betweeners reunion. He was very awkward in that because everyone still thought that he's Jay from In-Betweeners, but he isn't. His name just fell out my head. What is his name?
Buckley. James Buckley.
James Buckley. Yeah, he is definitely a massive code switcher. Not that it's a bad thing.
No.
Another one I would say is a musician, Youngblood.
Do you know what he was on my list?
Yeah.
He's I find it really difficult with him because every time I see something where it's like a bit more candid, a bit more relaxed, I actually really like him. And then he starts to like play it up a bit and he's really jarring. But I think if we take him on face value, I think a lot of what he like stands for and does, I actually rate. And if Ozzy likes him.
Yeah, well, the whole big issue of Youngblood was that he put, like, the whole punk culture is supposed to be going against the system, being, standing up to authority. He's a privately educated man from a middle-class family, which that's not to say that people from middle-class families are privately educated can't be going against the grain.
No.
But in the punk community, I feel like, at least, again, I'm not too much in the punk community, but from what I've seen, people are quite annoyed that he is kind of like at the forefront of modern punk music.
Yeah. Reminds me of similar to Lily Allen in that, like, very portrays a very working class, struggles, all this sort of, like, even again, code switching massively the way she talks for her music.
Yeah.
When, again, privately educated, Nepo baby, her brother's an actor, her dad's a director, her mum's a DOP. Like, it's code switching to fit in is very different to code switching to sell records. And is there something wrong in that? Like, are you conning and scamming people?
See, to me, I mean, there's two schools of thought to it. Should you be making money of other people's struggles? Now, I'm not gonna. I'm saying this very lightly because I'm from a working class background. Loads of other people are from a working class background. Can a working class background be really considered a struggle? I don't know. To me, it isn't, but to some other people, it can be.
I think there's scales.
There's scales to it. There's levels to it. Exactly. So you're treading a very fine line with it.
The way you said there's levels to it made me think, like, yeah, we were like elite working class. We had no money at all.
Yeah, we were like universal credit bottom line, actually. Yeah, no, there's levels to this. And at the end of the day, someone is going to get offended by something anyway. Does it offend me that they portray this working class background? No, I don't really care that much. Should they be making money off it? Probably not. I think, in my opinion, if you're from a middle class background, you should just own it. Or if you're from a wealthy background, you should just own it. And that's why I like people like Toby from last week. Or even James, for example. These people don't hide where they're from. And I have no problem with the fact that you grew up rich. It's not your fault. It's a privilege. And it's fine. Yeah. As long as you don't hide it.
Yeah. Yeah. I rate that. I think when it comes to like celebrity and especially with nepotism and things like that, I think a lot of people will try and identify with a struggle to sell their music. But I think I can't think of an artist or someone right now as a good example, but some will use it and be fighting against something that might be, persecuting or pushing people down or something like that, even if they don't actually come from that background. And if they do back it up by actually fighting for some justice or something like that, I think Lily Allen is quite a good one in terms of, yes, she talks a lot, but she does have some actions. I don't mind it so much.
See, the thing is, I think if you're in a position of power and privilege, why would you not use that position for good?
Yeah.
Like, we shouldn't be slagging this. This is going to sound like I'm a bootlicker, but I'm not. But you shouldn't be slagging people off who are from a wealthy background if they are trying to do good.
Yeah, why would you?
Like, why would you? Like, if
that's discrimination just because of where you come from.
Like, are you gonna now slag off Abraham Lincoln because he wanted to abolish slavery because he came from a wealthy background? Like,
he did wear hats that were too big though.
Yeah, but that was cool. That was cool hats. He did get shot in there. Like, but or John F. Kennedy. Like, are you gonna slag these people off just because they came from like more privileged backgrounds and they wanted to fight injustice? Like,
I mean, he's got an airport named after him. I think they both do, actually, Lincoln Airport and there's JFK. And
Lincoln's got a massive monument to him.
Yeah, they've been on the bloody dollars. Like, you can say what you like about me if there's cash money.
As long as you're not using your position of power to do not good things. And I don't want to say too many things, but, there are many people in England and the higher echelons of society that have used their powers for no good and have really caused a lot of harm.
And that's why they want to be in those positions rather than to serve the people. It's to serve themselves.
A good example is Farage. This is actually a very, very good example. I don't want to get too much into politics, so we'll gloss over this very quickly. But Farage, he claims to be this working man of the working class. He's a privately educated man that has been to private school. Yep. He's got multiple homes, he's got multiple businesses, and he cosplays as this working class man. To me, that's like probably the biggest example of someone in the UK that is mistreating their wealth and privilege.
Exactly. And Boris Johnson is guilty of it. He messes up his hair on purpose. He likes to look disheveled. He bumbles over his words. He is one of the most intelligent men in the country. And it is cosplay. You're right. But I think we should move on. Now feels like a good time, since we're talking about Farage, a man who likes a pint. I want to talk about binge drinking.
Right.
And I've got an unbelievable stat for you. Before we do that, though, let's have some adverts. And we're back. Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back.
We're going to talk about one of my favourite things, binge drinking.
Right.
I read an unbelievable stat. I genuinely don't know if you're going to believe this. It started in Australia. I've found the data. I've done actual research for this. I found the data in the UK. So the stat is 10% of people consume 55% of the alcohol in Australia.
That doesn't sound insane to me.
No?
And can I back it up?
Sure. So also, just to be clear, it's 10% of drinkers, so it's people over the drinking age.
Yeah. That doesn't seem that mad to me, just because a lot of people are different religions, like Muslims, for example. Muslims are not allowed to drink. There's a lot of Muslims in Australia, make up a lot of the population, not just in Australia, worldwide. And I feel like the 10% that do drink, they fucking go hard. That's all it is.
Well, I thought we'd compare it to the UK. Now, there isn't a specific study, so I have had ChatGPT to help me out.
Before we go into this might not be full research information. Before anyone gets angry, this is ChatGPT. We're just basing it off that.
Some of it is backed. I will clarify which bits. So 4% of drinkers. Now, I think that is people of drinking age, that removing religion from the equation. These are people who drink.
Actively
drink. 4% of drinkers consume 30% of the UK's alcohol.
Yeah.
The approximate guess would be 10% of drinkers are doing 47 to 52% of the alcohol.
Okay.
And so that is people who actively drink. So if we remove children, I mean, some children
sick
drink.
people, religion, all that kind of stuff.
All of those things. That now is starting to sound a bit more troublesome. So if you're looking at the people who can actually drink, that's massively skewed. That's people that are drinking and consuming far too much.
Yep.
What percent do you fall in? Like, where do you reckon? Are you in the 10% heaviest?
I don't think I am. I actually have not drank in a month for now since.
Have you not?
Yeah.
Must be thirsty.
Last big thing I did was the festival, Lost Village. Very good festival.
Yeah.
I recommend to go. Lots of good stories. I'm not going to say it on the podcast. Patreon exclusive, possibly at some point. So I don't drink much outside of summer and also outside of big events.
I'm going to call you out. You've had a drink since the last month because I've bought you one.
Yeah, that must have been like 3 weeks ago.
Mm.
Yeah, that was quite a long time ago, mate. I think that was beginning of September.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's in the last month.
So, yeah, okay, roughly, yeah. I hate saying this kind of stuff like, I haven't drank in the last month because it's an approximate.
Yeah.
But bottom line is, I don't really drink much. I have not, since that, I actually have not touched a beer or any kind of alcohol. So I definitely don't fall in the 10%. What about you?
Pre-COVID, I probably would have been up there. Since moving house, I've started drinking. Shout out Thatcher's if you want to sponsor this. The Thatcher's Hazy, which is like the cloudy cider. I don't really love just like drinking cider in general, but this is like, it's bitter. I like bitter drinks. Yep. I'll get a 12-pack of those and they'll just live in the fridge and like with dinner I might, if we're chilling, have the odd glass of wine. But I feel like I don't go to the pub anymore.
Neither do I.
Like honestly, especially now that I've got a house with a garden again, like I would go and sit in a beer garden before.
Yeah.
Now I just don't go to the pub, and I feel like I'm barely drinking at all.
For me, pubs in London especially are just too expensive.
Too expensive, mate.
It's like I don't want to be paying £8 for a pint. I know, like, I feel like the culture's dying.
Honestly,
that's not to say that we should glamorize drinking or whatever, but
socialize.
So it's socializing. But for me, nowadays, I'm gonna go play golf. I'm gonna go do five-a-side. I'm gonna do whatever other activity. Go to a petting zoo, like you saw on my Instagram last weekend.
I'll tell you what. This man, he is the activity king of London. I basically just model my life off what you did last weekend, and I don't think anyone can compete. I'd love to date you because
nice. Cheers, man.
No, it's an honour, mate.
That's cute.
Genuinely, some of the things you come up with, I'm like, I wouldn't have even thought about it.
Yeah, because for me, it's like, would I rather spend 30, 40 quid in a pub on...
You're not even going to get much for that.
Yeah, an evening of drinks. You're going to get maybe 5, 6 pints. Well, no, I'm over-exaggerating. Maybe like... Yeah, no, I'm not exaggerating.
No,
you're
like not. Yeah.
6 pints or something like that.
And like if you're going with someone, like I don't know about you, but go out with your missus, it tends to be like I'll buy 2, she'll buy 1, something like that. And
yeah, for me, it's like my whole principle is that if we go out with my missus, I'll buy all the drinks just because like she doesn't drink much, and I will drink more than her. But yeah, you're right. And then it easily goes
drinks
up.
wine, and then suddenly it's like 11 quid for a glass of wine.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's like by the time you bought a few drinks, like I've maybe had 3 Guinness, she's had 3 glasses of wine. you're like fucking 50 quid in.
And it's like, that's not even like, that's maybe 2 hours
You could
for the 3 pints. How long does it take to sink a pint? 20
depends.
minutes?
Like, yeah, not that long.
Exactly.
Like,
So
especially if
3
you're
pints,
drinking.
That's an hour.
Like, it's ridiculous. Whereas you could buy a bottle of wine, a crate of beers, and
Snacks.
go and stay somewhere overnight for the same price. Like,
Exactly.
it's ridiculous. London, for me, like pubbing, the only time I really do it is like after work or football.
And that's very few and far between as well after work, because we are quite conscious of our alcohol consumption.
Yeah.
Not on purpose, but I think it's good. I'm not really that much of a fan of work drinking culture.
No, I think we are healthy boys as well.
We are healthy boys.
I think we've, I don't know if you would say the same, but I've kind of just like fallen into a habit of looking after myself without
100%.
really trying. Like,
100%, yeah.
there was not a conscious look after yourself, because I was a fat fucker.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that. Yeah, I just don't like feeling like bad. Like when I'm hungover, it's just my whole day's ruined.
That, do you know what? That is the biggest thing for me. I'm no good on a hangover. I am not a nice person. I'm proper grumpy. I'm lazy. And since having a daughter, I want to enjoy that time that I'm with her. And it's like, I'm going to be with her on a Sunday, no matter what, if I drink or if I don't. Like, I'm spending the day with her. So do I want to actually like feel shit all day and not want to be doing the things? Or do I want to be like running around soft play, having a great time? Or like, we literally went to a wildlife reserve and just walked around for like 3 hours looking at butterflies and flowers and ticking things off. Like, if I'm hungover, that is hell.
Yeah.
Like, I'd hate every minute of it. I had a quality time. It was just really lovely. And it's like the booze, someone said something once, and it's like booze takes away happiness from the future and gives it to you now, in that like you feel all that euphoria. And if you think about the chemicals in your brain, it is giving you the dopamine and all those
100%.
things, but then it has to take it from somewhere.
Yeah, because
it doesn't
just make it up. It's the same with, again, drugs. Not that we condone any drugs, but it's the same thing with drugs. Drugs again, it's the same thing. They spike your serotonin up, but then your brain has to make it up. So all these things, when you're young, when you're in your early 20s, maybe when you're a teenager, when you're at uni, it's all fun, it's all games, because you don't even really get hangovers when you're young.
Body replenishes it quicker.
Yeah, exactly. But when you get to the mid-20s stage, like this is unk movements right now. Just going back to my point, I'd much rather do an activity than go out drinking now, unless it's an occasion like my birthday, or a good friend comes back from. I got a few friends that work abroad. If they come back and we have a night out,
you've got to celebrate. You're allowed to have fun.
Exactly, whether it's a Halloween party. But again, you don't need. This is sound like such a straight edge podcast, but you don't need alcohol to have fun.
Top 5 places to get smashed.
Your mum's room.
Brilliant, excellent. I had to ruin it there.
We had. This is BTS.
So to sum it up, Aussies, they drink, but probably not as, just slightly less intense than the UK. Is that what we're saying? Our binge drinkers are probably a tiny bit worse.
Yeah.
And
a bit more rowdy, I think.
We do kebabs better.
I've never been to Australia, but I would probably back that up.
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm going to set the scene. Another one here where I was doing a bit of research.
Okay.
And I was trying to find out about dying.
Oh.
And flats and houses and the impact on it. So hear me out.
Okay, this is very morbid. This is a very morbid podcast.
That's me, mate.
Morton.
You let me open up my mind where it turns morbid. So in the US, in some states, you have to disclose if someone has been murdered or committed suicide in a flat or a house if you put it on the market.
Yeah.
California.
Japan as well. Big, massive in Japan. Yeah.
Nice. Don't know. California is the strictest if it's happened in the last 3 years.
Right.
In some states, though, there's a law that's the opposite, in that it's illegal to disclose deaths, etc., because it will change the price. And also, I imagine this was in reaction to someone saying you should have to do it. It's in some states illegal to disclose if someone had AIDS and HIV in the property, because you can imagine, in the 70s and 80s,
homophobes,
people would not want to move into a property.
Yeah.
So it's not a law here in the UK.
No.
Some do, some don't. It's generally accepted that if you ask, the estate agent would tell you.
Yeah.
I want to know, would you care if someone died in your house before you moved in?
I would care. Now, I know like houses and flats in London are, 90 years old. There is a 99% chance that at some point someone has died in your house. However, do I need to know that? The less I know, the better.
Mm.
If I went to an estate agent and and they said, by the way, someone has killed themselves or died in this bedroom, that would eat me up, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not superstitious, but that would be scary. That would be. I don't like all this paranormal stuff, all this ghost stuff, all this haunting stuff. Like
They're
that
gonna
would
get you, mate.
that
They're
would
gonna get you.
yeah, exactly. That would play on my mind. So for me, the less I know, the better. I prefer they just don't disclose it, to be honest.
Yeah. So the reason I thought about this is quite morbid. I'm not going to say his name, but 3 doors along from me sadly passed away at the weekend.
Oh, no.
And it was, really sad, like all ambulances and stuff outside.
Older
and
bloke?
Really old
Yeah.
boy, sweet guy. There's already a for sale sign on, like, out the front.
mate.
So his family didn't mess around.
Listen, probate mortgages, that's the way to go.
They literally, I shouldn't joke about it, but they've literally gone, oh, dad's dead. Right, get it on the market. Like, not even bothered to worry about.
Mate, the
what's
corpse
going
is
on.
still warm and it's doing that.
After the sign was put out, there was a van outside called like Medicare that was taking all his like medical equipment out. So it's like they've already got it on the market beforehand.
They got the Medicare equipment on marketplace as well.
No, I mean, no. Like, I've imagined it was like either rented or it was from the ambulance. I don't know.
Right.
But like, yeah, Facebook Marketplace, you've got a bloody sleep apnea device, like the lot. But I'm just thinking now that he's passed away in his living room.
Mm-hmm.
The ambulance have turned up. Don't know how long he's been passed for.
Yeah.
Mate, if I buy that house
Mm-hmm.
and like the sofa's there, he was dead on it.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you a morbid story?
Go on, let's hear it.
So, one of my mates is a police officer. I don't think he'll care if I tell the story. He was called in.
Badge number?
Area of work? No. He was called in to a flat where an older woman has passed away in her bath. By the time they got into it, because she didn't have any relatives, whatever, people started to smell it. Like, flats.
Yeah.
By the time they got there, she was so decomposed. She was basically like melted into the bathroom. They were picking off, like trying to like pick up her body, and they thought her t-shirt was coming off. It turned out her skin was coming off from her corpse. That's how long she was in there. Because it's bath water. It's a body.
She's in the bath.
She's soaked up, so the smell must have been horrendous.
Oh, mate, that's actually rancid.
I reckon that would have been one of the worst things ever to experience. Like, harrowing.
They're not paid enough. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
We've got a friend that is she's just gone through training to be, I think she's working with like children offences and stuff now.
Yeah.
But you have to go through like 6 months as an officer on the beat and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And similar story. I don't. In my head, it was in the bath, but I'm not sure. Someone had passed. They'd been left, and you have to like check around the body, check for things.
The foul play and whatnot.
Yeah, and the police officer that she was on duty with, like, picked up to move the woman and finger pierced through like the decomposing skin, like into, I think it was into like the stomach or something. Now I can't even imagine like what state a body must be in for that to happen. For the amount they are paid, that's got to fuck you up, right?
No, 100%.
Should we find out the average salary of a police officer?
It's around 38. It's 38 grand starting, because a relative of mine now has started working in the police force, and they own like 38 grand.
So, newly recruited constable in England/Wales will start around 28.5k. In the Met, which is obviously London, it's 38 to 42.
Yeah.
Rising to 44 after 2 years or 47 after 3 years.
It also depends if you go into being a detective and stuff, because then it could be quicker. Like, there's different branches.
Completely different. But let's say you're working in, I don't know, Tunbridge Wells. You are
good place to work.
Brand new on the beat. You're getting 28.5 to 32k. Your fingers going in dead bodies.
Do you think they would put someone in like that's fresh into something as harrowing as that straight away?
Yeah, she literally, she I think it was literally her like 7th week after completing training.
Okay.
And it just so happened that it was like someone had called about something going on, and they were the first on the scene.
First responders, yeah.
And like, you're just out on duty, you've got to go in.
Yeah.
You could see anything. They also had it, like, some of the stories is like people off their face on drugs and like doing mental stuff. I just think 28.5K, mate, you can get that doing it. Like there's a reason why. Now, this is a whole different conversation. There's a reason why the police force in this country is widely regarded as shit.
Yeah.
And that's because why the fuck would you want to do that and deal with that for that amount of money?
Well, a lot of these people go in because they think they can change the world, they can do better, or the thing with being a police officer, same as a paramedic or a nurse, it's a stable job that will never. You always have that job. It's something that will always exist. Our jobs might not always exist, but probably won't. But something like a police officer,
Tell that to RoboCop.
well, a police officer has a stable pension. Their pensions are really good. They get to retire quite early on.
If you've not offed yourself from all the PTSD.
Of course, yeah, but it's a trade-off, right?
I would rather literally do like labourer. If you like
no,
you're not going to have those. You're going to get paid a damn lot better.
But you don't have any security, right? You're a freelancer at that point. You don't have a pension.
Yeah, you can work for.
Yeah, but
be a labourer.
Yeah, but labourers that work for other labourers don't get paid a lot. If you're a self-employed labourer, that's when all the money's coming from.
Depends.
Or if you've got a trade.
If you're an electrician or a plumber or something like that, you can do well.
Why do you think so many Sparkies go independent though? Because they know they can make so much more money.
Make so much more
Exactly.
and write off the tax, but they're still making more than a policeman working for someone.
Do you reckon, like an apprentice Sparky?
Not apprentice, but like plumbing, for example, or a lift engineer.
But we're comparing like a fresh police officer to a fresh electrician, and a fresh electrician or a fresh plumber wouldn't be a plumber, would be an apprentice.
I reckon 7 years in plumbing, you're making more than 42K.
Yeah.
Which is the 7 years as a police constable.
Okay,
and
but 7 years, a lot of people don't stay in the police force for 7 years. They'll be moving on to being a detective or being a forensic scientist or whatever else, and then at that point they're earning probably 50, 60 grand as well. And it's a lot of people's passion,
That's the thing.
That's so another thing.
I think if, and again, I think this is the problem in that there's a huge demand for police officers, and I don't think we're getting the best. I think we're getting some that genuinely are doing it because they're passionate about it and like incredible. But I think because the salary isn't what it probably should be for the risks, the dangers, and the things you're exposed to, you also get a lot of bad actors and people that are there for the power, the control, to like behave in the way and be above the law because you're a policeman. Like there's a lot of people who they've not necessarily got a great deal going for them, and they then step into the police. Think how many issues there are like that we've seen over the years. I don't know why I'm going into all of this, but I just think some of the shit you have to deal with, I think they should be like 28.5K, and you got to put your finger for a dead body.
Yeah,
like, that's
I mean the system's skewered, but
and then you look at the TFL. They want to work 4 hours a week.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Don't even get me started by the TFL.
Don't get me started. That's a story for another day.
Yeah, and for another pod.
Have you enjoyed today?
I have, yeah.
Anything you want to cover? I think, did I go through my list? No, I wanted to role play you being an estate agent, showing me around a house and disclosing where somebody died.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
So,
right, before we get into it, let's hear some more adverts and we'll be right back into our role play. Hello, it's Behind the Screens, back at you again.
Hiya, I've come to view the property. I've been told there's no dead people here.
No, there's no dead people here right now.
Right now? Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Wonderful.
So, come in. Don't mind the police tape.
Do you want me to take my shoes off?
Oh, no, it's fine. There's stuff on the floor already. Okay.
Stuff on the floor already. Interesting.
Don't mind the yellow police tape. It's actually, we had a new designer come in. It's just...
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. Do you like the bright yellow?
I
feel like it really makes the walls pop.
Yeah. If you've got any air fresheners at all, because it really smells in here.
Yeah. We have about 5 plugged in right now. We're really trying to air this place out.
Yeah.
Come in.
Code switching, by the way.
Yeah. Don't mind the chalk on the floor. It's
chalk. Oh, were there children here before?
Yes. As you can see, it's the outline of a man because the children really like their dad.
Oh, that's really nice. So they were drawing him, were they?
Yeah. So this is the living room. The sofa will get thrown out. The previous tenants have left some marks on it.
Right.
It's just tomatoes.
Just from the dinner? Or...
Yeah. It's just they had spaghetti bolognese or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ribs, they're just dead.
Garlic bread?
I don't think so. No.
Was it actually spaghetti or was it pasta?
Oh, no, it was spaghetti. Yeah,
Okay,
I think it was a Bella Italia. takeout.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
They do big portions, so you
they
often
do
have
very
loads
big
left
portions.
over. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the living room. Don't mind the rips on in the carpet.
Cat.
Dog.
Ah.
Yeah, big Shih Tzu. So yeah, let's move
Went
into
to a zoo once.
Yeah?
Only had one animal in it.
right. Do you
Was
want to
a
buy this
Shih-
fucking house or
Was
not?
a Shih Tzu. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Here's the kitchen.
Yep.
Right.
Nice.
As you can see, the
Knife
marble.
block. There's a knife missing.
And I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. I'm just gonna have to get that sorted out.
Yeah. That's,
No.
I wanted that.
Called them out. Yep. As you can see, we've got a lovely microwave. Don't open it. There's a bit of gammon inside. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, the previous tenants have left it.
Not sure why they'd microwave it, but
I
fair
don't
enough.
know. It's foreign. So here's the garden.
Yeah.
The hole in the back. It's the shovel. They're just installing a new pool.
Interesting. It's what 6 foot.
Yeah.
Good size.
It's for diving. It's for training. The previous tenant was a diver. So if you'd
Nice.
like, we'll install that for you as well, free of
Yeah.
charge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Here's the shed. The chainsaws are actually not for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting cable ties and ball gags, but
Oh well, to be honest, I think
kinky.
yeah.
Can you keep them? Just leave them here.
I'll have to chat to the landlord about it, but I think we can work something out. So that's the flat. Would you like to see anything else?
Is it flat with a garden?
It's amazing. Yeah, you're getting
It's
a good deal of it.
amazing that.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, you did tell me at the door that there's nobody dead yet.
Nobody dead here right now.
Right
No.
now.
Yeah.
Right
no.
now. Now, I actually can speak to spirits,
Okay.
and they have been talking to me
Right.
for a while,
Mhm.
long before I arrived.
Long before you knew you could talk to spirits as well.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. My entire life, it's just the voices in my head.
Yeah.
Now, I would argue that someone is dead right now here.
Right.
But also, I'd like to hear a little bit more about the right now.
See, this is something that we can't disclose at the moment.
How much is this property?
It's a probate property. It's on for 250k
Now,
in a lovely flat just outside Eltham.
how many bedrooms?
So this is a 2-bedroom flat.
So just to be clear, you mentioned a probate property.
Yes.
Now, I know I can speak to dead, but I
Yeah.
can't speak to estate agents. Now,
Right.
does that mean somebody's died?
Yes. Well, that's the thing. You said somebody's dead here right now. No, there isn't someone dead in here right now. There might have been someone dead here, just an hour ago, but not right now. Have you seen the body? Can you prove that there is a dead body in here? Can you prove there's a dead body in here? Right? You're pissing me off now.
There's going to be a fucking dead body in here in a minute, mate.
Okay, sorry.
I'll take it off your hands.
Okay.
I don't know how to end it.
That was a good. That was good.
That
enough.
was fun. I
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
that's strange.
Thanks for showing me around the property.
You're welcome.
I also find it really awkward being shown around properties with estate agents anyway, because
It's probably annoying that I have no trousers on as well. It might be a bit more awkward.
well, I just take mine off too. I leave them at the door. It is just weird though, isn't it?
What, estate agents?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we role playing right now? Or are we done?
No.
Oh, we're done.
No,
Oh,
I feel like that was it. I bought
Yeah.
the property and I'm
Right.
gonna use the cable ties on
Yeah,
you.
and gags. What, estate agent showing you around?
Yeah, because it depends. If you get a good estate agent,
Yeah.
I viewed probably about 12 properties this summer, which
Yeah.
is unlike me because when I move, I usually look at the first one and go, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, but it's a bit different now because you got other people that are living with you. So
I've had that in the past though, mate. I've moved.
Yeah.
I had a partner and a child
yeah.
for several moves.
Have
before.
you sorted the move beforehand or was
Yeah,
it
it's
them?
always I've been
Yeah.
the guy. To be fair, I
Right.
think I've been quite lucky, and I always get the ones I go for.
Yeah, and I feel like because you live, see, London.
No, mate. I lived in Islington. I lived in Hackney.
Right.
I lived in,
Sorry, fucking Billy Richballs here. Fucking living in Islington. Oh, Islington.
Mate, I lived in it was a flat share with other people.
And how much was that? Like £1,500 million a month.
Yeah, £1,500 million a month.
That makes sense. That's quite cheap actually for Islington.
It was less than that.
Yeah. I don't. You know when like you go to viewing and it's an open house viewing. I think those are the most awkward.
It's the worst.
Yeah, because you don't know you're trying to like fill people out. You're like, are they gonna go for this property or are they not? Like you're thinking like, oh, do I need to like offer a higher price?
But do you know what I take that as? Like I take that as a chance to perform.
Right.
Like
Is that what you code switch?
yeah, mate, I am genuinely elite at getting properties. Like
Right.
if I want it, I am so. Think about what I can be like.
You're like really sucking your own dick here.
Honestly, no, genuinely, I turn into like this charming, nice person. It's nothing like what I am. And I just go directly for the estate agent because they're the ones who can influence the landlord. And I'm like, right, so what is it the landlord wants? They're looking for a family. Yeah, I've got 12 kids. Yeah, it's great. And like whatever they want. I had one where it just so happened that his daughter shared the same name as my daughter.
Oh, cute.
But I asked him what's his daughter's name, ready to say, that's my daughter's name too.
So you knew it before you even asked him?
So again,
you knew the daughter's name before you even asked
no,
him?
I didn't.
Oh,
I was gonna ask, and whatever it was, I was gonna be like, no way, that's my daughter's name. And it turns out it actually was my daughter's name. But I wanted.
That's so bumlicky, man.
Yeah, this was the last place I moved into, and this was an open house, and it was so cheap.
Yeah.
I called. Had the open morning viewing, and they said they had 80 families coming to view it that day, and I was like, I've got to stand out, so I'm man marking it, and whilst like Tom,
Dick and Harry,
Petrov and Gilly Artner are viewing it, like walking around the house, and I'm like literally didn't leave his side, gave no one else a chance, and I wanted to be the one that was like, he's got the same name as my daughter. No, his daughter's got the same name as my daughter, so I was ready to do it, spelt it differently, but got the flat.
If he says that you had no kids, would you be like, same, I got no kids too?
No, because I had already said that I had a daughter. I would have come prepared with something else. I'd been like, what car do you drive, or something like that.
You do have to bum like estate agents a little bit.
Yeah.
When I went to view the flat with my missus that I live in now, I complimented the estate agent's car. Before I went in.
Yeah, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
And do you know what? It works both ways, because in the house that I have now moved into, the estate agent was absolutely lovely. Like, we came in, I had my little one. She remembered her name. She mentioned her in emails. She was like, I'm going to say Isabel. That's my little one's name. I have said it before, I think. She was like, hope Isabel's all good. Da, da, da. And when we moved in, there was a little card that was like, to an address to all three of us, and was like, hope you love your new home, blah, 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 which is just like, goes such a long way in actually respecting them, when a lot of the times estate agents are a bit shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're in there for commission, aren't they?
Yeah. I think that's probably a good time for us to become estate agents.
Yeah, 100%.
Podcast equipment is too expensive, and
according to all the comments,
well, they should make it more expensive.
So as of right now, we're passing a new bill to make it more expensive.
Yep, we've got the power.
Yes.
If you enjoyed this episode, let us know. We can do more
just
random chat. I think it was fun. We agree on some things, we disagree on some things.
Yeah.
But we've gone behind the screens.
Yeah. And Curtis, what do people need to do?
Rate the show 5 stars wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us wherever you get your social media content.
That is TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and YouTube Shorts. Same thing, really.
And if you have any questions, send an email to podcast@sociallypowerful.com, and we might read it out on the next episode of the show.
Or comment down in any of our socials. We'll be so glad to hear your comments.
Rate us 5 stars.
Bye.